Now that we're a few weeks into the final season of anime for 2020, it seems like a good opportunity to share which anime have best caught my interest in the early goings for the fall season. Unlike the summer season, where much of my attention was focused on returning or ongoing series, the current season has offered plenty of new anime to dive into. I'm really not sure how strong the season will end up being overall, yet there are plenty of shows to choose from, no matter your taste. With that said, let's jump on to what anime have caught my attention the most so far in the fall season so far. Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, or Danmachi, is a series that I very much enjoy. I like it so much that I actually started reading the light novels, which are probably better than the actual anime, but they're still pretty solid. Sure, I might know what events will unfold in Season 3 of this anime. I think it's set up to offer some really great moments. The first few episodes of the newest season of Danmachi have been pretty solid so far, and the best is still likely to come. Belle's Adventures are the only returning series that I'm watching at the moment, and it's a good reminder of how enjoyable this series can be.
生意気なガキどもに顎で使われてる最中なんだよ。再生した。
This anime hasn't gone off to the most action-packed start, yet it offers a pretty interesting world and cast of characters. Out of the many anime on my list, I feel as if Our Last Crusade has some of the most potential to become even better than what the first few episodes have shown. The focus on two characters on opposite sides of a long ongoing war definitely gives some Romeo and Juliet vibes, but I think it could outgrow those comparisons at some point. Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World, is an anime you should keep an eye on throughout this season. There aren't a whole lot of romantic comedy anime to check out in the fall season, but luckily, Tonikawa is shaping up to be a pretty fun one to watch. This story about a pair of newlyweds who barely know much about each other has already offered some funny moments. The show also has an air of mystery to it, as the viewers don't really know all that much about Tsukasa, at least in the early goings of the season. Overall, Tonikawa Over the Moon for You has been a highlight for me from the fall simulcast so far. Also, the opening is pretty fire, and probably is my favorite one of the season.
だいぶ慣れてきた。やはり響きが美しいと思わないかい？そうだね。
Even though I try to stay away from hearing about most anime before they release, I like to go in as blind as possible for the most part. I've heard a decent amount of hype for Jujutsu Kaisen. The shonen tackles the supernatural, focuses on curses that end up harming people in the world. Itadori fits the billing for a shonen protagonist so far, but I'm interested to see how this anime separates itself from others in the genre, or just how dark it ends up going. The first few episodes deliver some good animation and fights, and is overall pretty engaging. Jujutsu Kaisen has certainly been one of the better anime of the season so far. I really didn't know much of anything about Akudama Drive before starting it, and my expectations weren't very high. Yet this anime quickly climbed my early list of favorite shows from the fall season. Akudama Drive takes place in a cyberpunk/Blade Runner futuristic Japan, where big-name criminals called Akudama basically use the city as their playground. After some of the bigger-name Akudama are offered a big job to stop an execution, they all eventually are forced to team up after a series of events, and team up with one girl who's not really an Akudama. I feel bad for her, honestly. This anime does a great job of visualizing its world It features some solid animation as well. The show feels like a great way to satiate some of the appetite that some of you might have for sci-fi worlds while you wait for Cyberpunk 2077. It's like an appetizer for Cyberpunk 2077. We'll just say that. With that said, Akudama Drive has been one of my favorite anime of the fall season thus far, and you should definitely give it a watch. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle is a comedic anime that focuses on a captured princess who is held captive at the castle of the Demon King. Instead of being concerned about her situation, the princess is much too worried about getting a good night's sleep instead. While I'm not sure if this anime can maintain being as enjoyable as it has been so far, it has offered some funny moments and references and help it crack my list. The princess at times acts more like a demon than an actual demon, all in her pursuit for creating a better sleeping environment. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle is a cute and fun anime that probably won't blow you away, yet should provide some funny moments.
ないさっきのすべすべマントはどこに行った弟子入りの打診ですかそれならばどうせ無理ですよねいいですよ
The best way to describe this anime would be to say that it's basically Kino's journey, but with a traveling witch instead. Up to this point, each episode offers a self-contained story that touches on a new location or character that Eliana encounters. I'm very curious to see if this anime can keep my attention throughout the season, but it has enough good elements going for it that I'll keep sticking with. If you enjoy shows that just sort of explore a fantasy world without much of a focused plot, then I think you will get some enjoyment from Wandering Witch: The Journey of Eliana. I'm sure I missed more than a few anime that you might have enjoyed so far, but feel free to let me know in the comments what you've been liking, what shows are clicking for you, and make sure to like, share, or subscribe if you enjoyed this video. But thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you for more anime content in the future.
俺食べちゃった。
マジ